Hello everyone and welcome to Codebusting. I'm your host Code Marvelous, and today we are going to be doing a little bit of Leela Patel. Everyone and welcome to Codebusting. Oh, I gotta mute myself. Code Marvelous. Alright, so I haven't done Leela on the channel, I don't think. I'm looking to get a little bit more experience with her. I think she has a powerful scrub killing ability, and she's a lot of fun to play. As far as the deck is concerned, what I'm going to be playing today is a little bit of just, it's really basic, for lack of a better way of putting it. I've got a bunch of good breakers. I've got some tapeworms. I got some Aaron, and I'm doing more of a run Leela because I want to be able to threaten. And I got Timmy J, Katie Jones for the late game, and, you know, the usual business. So let's take a look and see how we do. Hey, Shazner. Hey, Alan. Let's see how we do. Maybe Shazner will close with a game of the Professor deck, depending on how things go. We'll see. All right. Let's get the music going. And let's find ourselves a deck. Or a game. Live stream. Not to be confused with the live stream, which is that thing from Final Fantasy VII. Come on, big money. So one of the most interesting things about playing Criminal, which hasn't really come up in my other games because I play a lot of Shaper now, is that Leela gets absurdly rich. Like, ridiculously rich. It's pretty good. We got the Scotch. The Scotch is back. Come on, an opponent. Balder. Buddy. Alright. So, while we're waiting for an opponent, let's take a look back at the deck. I have legworks instead of turning wheels because I want impactful runs and I want agendas to kind of pile up in the hand. I got Employee Strike because Employee Strike is just a damn fine Netrunner card. I'm going to end up killing my cat. I got 2 inside jobs. Career fairs to accelerate. I've only got 2 Earthrise because I find that Aaron picks up a lot of the draw slack. 2 Sec Testings. Never really need more than that. Desperado because, hey, it's one of the best cards in the game. And Vamadeva, so I've got a chance against CI. Alright, so we have ourselves an opponent. Alright, let's toggle. We're up against Cerebral Imaging. Good luck, have fun. I don't think I can afford to keep this, so we're going to have to mulligan. Actually, we can keep this. Alright, so let's go ahead and hit your gamble. Let's run R&D. Let's see if we can pick an agenda. We can't. Let's run HQ while we don't have anything installed. Mother Goddess, not surprising. Let's jack out. And let's put down a security testing so we have money if we need it. Alright, so let's do that. Let's run R&D. Okay, so now that's a code gate. Let's draw. Let's draw. And this might be a hasty build, so let's get a Aaron down. So next turn, I'm gonna drop R&D interface, and then inside job R&D. So let's run archives. Click 1. See if we can force a res here. We can. Let's jack out. Let's install. Let's inside job R&D. And then let's play employee strike. Baldur, you can't get in my lap. We're in kind of a rough spot here. Okay, so that's exciting. So we've got Gordian Blade. So we just need to money up. We need to hopefully draw an account siphon soon. All right. Our opponent's probably going to be able to combo out pretty soon. So things are not looking great. So let's go check out what this is. Okay, I'll reverse the counts. I guess that's whatever. Slaughter, go. Alright, well. I need some sort of money card. I need like an account siphon, a sure gamble. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably never going to get into this, these servers now, because that's most likely the, Sandberg. Let's see if that is indeed Sandberg. Welcome everybody. Thank you for joining me on your Tuesday. I did back the Rising Sun Kickstarter. I think it's already at over $1 million last I checked. I mean, this is insane. There's no way I'm getting in here now. This is like nightmare scenario for Leela. Because he's just going to flip Sandberg. Yep. Good game. I'm going to just concede here because I have no outs. Neat deck. Definitely took me by surprise. No Temujin. Opening hand. Alright, let's find another game. It happens. We were up against something that we couldn't beat with what we were packing. It happens. Alright, we're up against the same opponent. Good luck, have fun. That's a bad opener. That's slightly better. Okay. So we're going to sure gamble. We're going to run R&D. We're not going to trash Jackson Howard because we don't care. We're going to draw. And we're going to install Tapeworm. So we're giving our opponent the choice. If they pull back that curtain wall, they can't purge and also... Yep. They can't purge and also pull it back. We're still not in great shape. So let's just get some money down and start the clock ticking. No, the resource, Chris, that you host on the Lamb does not get trashed. Only the card itself has the trash effect. So we're up against Blue Sun. Blue Sun's out to kill us, so we're just going to start racing money. And get set up. Luckily, we're Leela, so if they do any quick scoring, we can deal with that. So in order to go on the lam, you have to have resources. You have to have a connection to be able to get your ticket out of town. It makes it so that it's not a resource in and of itself, and you have to have a somewhat of a board set up in order to be able to use it. It can't stand on its own. I like it. Let's draw again. Let's get down Aaron. I don't think we're going to have much cause for Vamadeva in this build, so we're going to pitch that. How's the stream quality coming through? Good? So, this is another game where, yet again, we're not finding any... Well, there's a Temujin. We're not finding any Temujins while we can actually do anything exciting with them, which is kind of weird. Because we're up against Blue Sun. And, again, our opponent just has a ton of money, so... We're going to need to just play it safe. Because otherwise we're just going to get blown off the face of the earth. So, I think next turn... Ooh, that's tough. We got to get rid of something. We got to get rid of the special order as much as it pains me to do so. We're going to try to force a bunch of ice rests, and then as our last click, we're going to play Employee Strike. Okay, so let's do archives first. Okay. Fire. Well, there goes our employee strike plan. Let's just draw. There's Clippy. And let's store. I'm not playing very well right now. I need to tighten up. So we're going to get our Leela turn. We bounce the ice on R&D. We're going to put this down, put this down. We're going to run R&D. Then we're going to take all the credits. And hope we don't die. Which we probably will. All right, let's go archives. Clippy's in the bin. And we are good to go. Time for more scotch. Tonight's vintage is Johnny Walker Double Black. All right, so let's hit your gamble. Let's run archives. I'm going to just play a little bit more carefully than I normally would. Yeah, Cherry. Scotch is the preferred drink of Ian Sterling, I would imagine. I wish we could link pictures in here so somebody could put in faint where he's holding a glass of whiskey and it looks like a bomb. His shadow. We built this city on all your dough. Alright, so I really need to get a rig going. I need the ability to run so I can actually drop a Temujin and know that it's going to work. Yes, Thomas Haas probably enjoys Zima based on how effective that drink is. Bourbon would also make sense. I need the Ron Swanson picture. The clear alcohols are for European women on diets. Brown alcohols. That's what it's all about. All right, so let's draw. We've got On the Lamb. That is incredibly helpful. Let's store 3. Let's gain a buck. And let's put On the Lamb on security testing. That makes us a lot safer. One of the things that's interesting about Leela compared to other runners I've played, like Noise or Smoke, I'm trying to set up, but I'm not trying to just run as fast as possible. It's a very different feeling than what I'm used to. Let's draw. Let's draw. That's good. I don't want to go down too much, though, so let's store 3 and gain a buck, and then I can get rid of that and that. And the other reason I'm doing this is because that way my opponent doesn't know that I have the remote decoder. So we might be able to pick an agenda out of there. I'd still like to find our killer, because an archer can still wreck us, which is, you know, less than exciting. Okay, so let's do R&D. Let's draw. We don't need that. Let's draw again. We've got special order now. Let's store money. And we've already got this down. We're going to be ready to run. Let's put that on R&D and then pitch that. Cute. CW? I don't know what that is. The other problem, I don't know what other people have been doing with Leela, but one of the problems that I had building her is, you know, like with Andy, I'm not necessarily like trying to stuff a bunch of stuff into one deck. With Leela, I felt like there's so many cards that I like really would like to have, but I just couldn't fit into the deck no matter what I did. I think we can actually go for some money turns here, so let's go ahead and get a Mongoose down, and then let's run R&D for money. Sean, curtain wall. Yeah, there's curtain walls floating around all over the place. What's the most cost-effective way of breaking this? Okay. Do we think that's a Chrysium or a Stinson on HQ? I wonder. See if we can get some ice reses to stop us from getting $3. That's always nice when that happens. Cute. Fire it. All right. So now we're going to inside job R&D. There's the arc lockdown. So we are going to run R&D again. This time we are going to install paperclip. Actually, 6. And then, because we want that out of the trash so it doesn't get arc lockdown. And we're getting somewhere. I would love to get an employee strike soon. I think next turn, click 1, We check HQ to see if it's a Chrysium, and then we go in for the account siphon. So let's run HQ. Look at that Yanis. Well, no employee strike. Yeah, Kyle. A wild Yanis sighting. So let's run R&D. There's the 6 strength curtain wall that we will break for 5. There's another copy of mid-season. Let's draw. Let's draw. Let's store 3. Count Siphon isn't a tremendous amount of value to us right now, so we'll pitch one right now. Hey, Elizabeth Mills is here. Legwork would also be good. I put legwork in this deck, yes. Balder, come here. Come on, you can't play with those. Come on. All right. We need to steal something. Let's draw. I think now's the right time. I think first things first, let's run archives. Let's run again. Let's bounce whatever that upgrade is. So we have to be wary of the fact that our opponent can come back to $17 at the start of next turn. So we're actually just going to take the money off of Katie Jones, and we're going to ditch the Earthrise. I should have bounced the second piece of ice here, so it would have cost them money to replace it. That was a misplay. I'm gearing up for a legwork here to close the game. Alright, so let's go archives. Let's go R&D. See if we can bounce this advanced piece of ice. Don't want free ice reses. Can't have that. Okay. So it seems like, unfortunately, we're gonna have to face the steel music. Or do we? I think we could just win here. Potentially. Thinking, I'm mathing, because obviously we don't want to get blown up, because that mid-season is in there now. Okron, what's going on here is a Blue Sun player is failing to kill me. I've already weathered one mid-season. Let's just armor up. See what our opponent does. Cool. Thanks for stopping by, Okron. Potter, what are you doing? That was a very poor choice, but, well, maybe not. Okay, so click one. We're going to count siphon. And then we'll go from there. So let's siphon. Big spender. So it's actually a full 10 strength. So let's get all that money. Let's ditch the tags. And now let's legwork. Let's bounce the advanced dice. Let's store 3, gain a buck. Pressure. All right, so now we're going to take all the money. We're going to install that. We're going to install that. We're going to go check out R&D. Let's trash aggressive secretary. Let's trash boom. Take hostile, take over, and win the game. Good game, well played. Alright, so we are 1-1. I'd like to take this opportunity to say thank you for everyone who supports the channel on Patreon, especially people who support me at the shoutout level: Dan, Faria, Chris Perez, and Lori Plant. There's some cool rewards on there, including personal deck help from yours truly. If you like what we do on the channel, please support us so we can expand the operations and upgrade the equipment. Link is in the show notes below my pretty face. So let's move on to game 3. More scotch. So, one of the interesting things that I've learned from just my brief time playing Leela this last week or so is that it's trained me, playing her has trained me to be a lot more patient. Really think through my turns, because you really want to make sure that you're leveraging her ID as much as possible. So because of that, you're forced to kind of really slow down, think about your turns, and think about how you're going to be able to combo things together. And that's really good for me, because I tend to be very reckless in the way that I play. Alright, while we're waiting for an opponent, let's jump back to the list. So, I don't have any same old things in this deck, just because I just literally have no space, but I find myself missing them almost every time. Ah, another Wayland deck. So, we're going to give him the old GLHF. And then we are going to mulligan for more money and wish that we hadn't. Okay. Just once. Temujin in the opening hand. Alright, so let's draw. Let's put that down. Let's put that down. Let's hit it once. Hey, don't shit on noise. Am I gonna get hard-hitting news? No, C-Source. All of this just to trash Katie, I would imagine. Yeah, the Breaker Suite is a little... Yep, okay, so I've got a tag. Am I gonna get Scorched here? No, I'm gonna get Katie Jones trashed. Okay. Let's run archives. Let's remove a tag. Let's draw. Let's gain a buck and ditch one of Aaron. I mean, that sucks, but that's really not the end of the world. Okay. We're probably going to need on the lamb. Probably going to need AA Ron. So I'm going to ditch the special order. Thank you, Elizabeth Mills. Another best defense. Okay. I'm just going to keep... Like, they can keep doing all this nonsense. Yeah, I'm just going to keep moneying up. Okay, I got to get AA. Ron down. There we go. Moving right along. Oh, video mode. Whoops. My bad, everybody. Gonna do some Leela business. Got that sweet sure gamble. Let's draw. I wish I hadn't. Let's get a mongoose down. And let's get a credit. And then we got to get rid of something. Inside jobs. Probably going to do some work. We've already got... I'm not anticipating any giant ice except for maybe an archer. So I think we can actually afford to get rid of Fem. Okay, so let's run archives. Hopefully we won't die. Let's put down tapeworm. It's inside job HQ. Mid-season replacements. Well, that's exciting. Draw. Let's draw. Let's put down passport. We got to get stuff out of our hand. Leela's wearing two things that look suspiciously like the old Powerglove. Okay, so here's the Stinson play. So our opponent has all of the money. Just all of the money you could possibly imagine. Or we'll get rid of the other special order. Yeah, the reason the deck is called Double Powerglove is because Leela is in fact wearing double Powergloves. And as if Psychic, our opponent ices archives. Alright, screw it. I want to see what that card is. Well, we're dead. Let's see if we can clear some booms out of hand. And now let's legwork. Yep, that's game. Oh, well. It was nice knowing everyone. All right, pedal to the metal time. Bounce the archives ice. Oh my god, we won. Oh my god, we won. How did that happen? Sometimes you gotta go ham, like a fine ham sandwich. All right, so that's 2 and 1. John Ham, yeah, gotta go John Ham. Gonna do that Leela business. Maybe this time we won't be against Wayland. Hey! Haha! Wayland! Good luck, have fun. Alright, this is a damn fine opening hand. We're keeping this. Money, money, money. Money. You are on the channel, Simon. My buddy Simon from the Philly Meta. I've had him on the channel before. You can see him in the, on one of my videos. He did a soul deck that did very well at Philly Regionals last year. Yeah, let's keep that shit. Timmy J, locking it down. Opening hand. I still think that there's a strong jack with Jemison. I can't wait for somebody to figure it out. Okay, so let's start the turn. Let's pick R&D for Timmy J. Let's run R&D and see if we can bounce some of these remotes. That high-risk investment. Oh. Please, I was about to say, please don't be another. Please don't be another agenda. That would be miserable for him. Yeah, go Flyers, go sports ball. That's the one with the football, right? Hockey. That's the one with the football. I'm like literally the worst when it comes to anything sports related. The only thing I ever came close to following was baseball, and that was when my dad and I used to go to Red Sox games. Alright, so we can kind of afford to have a setup turn here, so we're going to hit Sure Gamble. We're going to run HQ. gonna put down a fine tapeworm. Hopefully we hit a 5-3 here and just close the game. Hello? I wonder if Simon just disconnected by accident. And we're gonna put down the tapeworm. Yeah, man. And that biodome, that Jemison Aeronautics, that Mars internet lag takes too long. So I appreciate that the tagline of Jemison Astronautics is Sacrifice, Audacity, Success, which is the name of her autobiography, but it's also, you have to sacrifice an agenda, and then you have the balls to advance the card, you have the audacity to advance a card on the runner's turn, and then you get success because you either flatline them or you score an agenda. Excitement. So we're bouncing stuff all over the place. So next turn we're gonna drop R&D interface. We're gonna draw up to 3 in case of snare, and we're gonna hit R&D. So we hit that, we draw that, we hit R&D, get some money. We don't have anything to bounce. Holy crap. Wow. So sometimes, yeah, I guess you just end the game with 9 points of agendas. Alright, so that's 3 in 1. Live stream. HB, this is a really good hand. We're gonna keep this. Good luck, have fun. Toggle video mode. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Let's just hit HQ a bunch of times. Okay, so Clippy can't live in the bin. Okay, so I'm just not gonna bother going after that because there's a friends, and down that path lies madness. So you can have a lot of money. That makes my tapeworm better. So let's run HQ, turn 1, click 1. Let's see if they res that architect. Or maybe it's a Fairchild if they're thinking about it this hard. Nope. Okay, so we're going to jack out. We're going to run R&D. See if we can get a res there. Okay, so we're up against next suite. I'm pretty okay with that. And then last click. We're going to hold the Tapeworm for a little while because against HB, since they're a slower setup deck, they're just going to purge it. Unless we want to try to install it on a turn where we think that they're going to just try to go for a score. And they need to go for the score over dealing with the Tapeworm. We got 2 clicks left. Let's get Mongoose down this turn so that they don't feel the need to really ice up more. It's worth noting we can still account siphon even though it's not going to impact their economy because it's still a pretty incredible credit swing for us. So let's draw. Let's get Passport. Let's put Passport down. And then let's gain a buck. Alright, let's check HQ. Click 1, turn 1. Next gold, okay. Let's get that down. Let's start building some money. Alright, so there's the purge. Let's draw. Let's draw. Let's draw. Store 3. Ditch the extra Desperado. Yeah, Kyle, I still just haven't installed it yet. I should get it down next time I run. Yeah, commit ice to remotes. That's what I'd like. So let's draw. Let's put down Earthrise. Let's store 3 and gain a buck. We're just gonna do some Leela stuff. We're gonna build up and we're gonna get ready to really leverage when our opponent scores. All right. So we gotta just zoom out. Advanced assembly lines, okay. Alright, so that's probably a Chrysium or a Stinson, so let's store. Let's install, and let's gain some money. Huh. Okay, so let's inside job that remote. Sure. Let's store. Let's put down that. And let's get Desperado down in preparation for a siphon turn. right. Let's take all credits. Click 1, let's run HQ. Well, that's exciting. I mean, Batty's a good play. Yeah, and then the Batty just goes back in, so that's exciting. So we basically can't run HQ ever again. So for those of you just joining us, we're currently 3-1 with Leela. We hit a rough Batty, so now we're kind of in a tough place against HB. We're going to see how it shakes out. Yeah, we're probably just going to lose here. Yep, because that's another baddie on R and D. So we don't really have a recourse now. Sure. I should have bounced. I'm stupid. I should have bounced the thing in the remote. It's my own stupid fault. Hopefully that's not another next gold. Okay. That'd be pretty shitty. I guess that's just game. Good game. Gotta love that baddie against criminal. It's tough. So we are 3 and 2. It's pretty good. We'll keep this. Alrighty then. Running that Leela, bouncing some unrest stuff. I think in that last game, I think I just played incredibly poorly. I got a little flustered by the baddie res and then just made consistent mistakes from that point out. You got to be a lot more careful. I did not play careful at all. So I'll just money up. Put down a round. So this is exciting. We've got the breaker we need. So we can start threatening immediately. Let's check archives. Let's hit HQ. You always fire the ABT. Always be firing. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Hopefully this will let me link, since it's a YouTube link. Let me know if this link shows up. Let's go hit server 1. Yep, let's click through. Yeah, don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. You have to have that handy because it's great. Like it's so fantastic. Alright, so let's get some free draws. Earthrise seems good. Let's check server 2. I'd like to see what's there. I'd like to buy a vowel. I'll wait till you res it. Let's sure gamble. Let's Earthrise. And then let's click for a bucko. So rich that I forgot about video mode. All right. Let's check it. Worth. Let's get rid of it. Boop. No money express. All right. So, I'll put a link to it in the show notes. I included this meme thing for Netrunner, where it's the Shia LaBeouf going crazy and talking about the "Don't let your dreams be dreams," but it's done with the background of accelerated beta test, so it's pretty good. I'm a pretty big fan. I'm gonna go and put that in the show notes right now. There we go. Add it to the show notes. Alright, so there's more money for our opponent, which I don't want my opponents to have. So here's what we're gonna do. I think it's safe for us to go like this and put Clippy down, and then we are going to legwork. Bounce. Boop. All right, we're gonna put tapeworm down, and we will get a buck. I like how a lot of people talk about tapeworm and they're like, well, you know, the corp just purges and gets rid of it. Cool. As a setup criminal, I will take a free turn of setup any day of the week. Any old day of the week. Alright. So this is getting into pretty exciting territory. We're going to sit back on our laurels a little bit here and see what our opponent does. We're going to name archives for our Timmy J. Yeah, Sacrificial Contract is really great with tapeworm. Funny you should mention that. That's in my Professor deck right now. Get you that sweet setup cash. One of the things I think is interesting about the tapeworm interaction is a lot of people, when they're playing the corp and they're up against tapeworm, they get into this mindset that they have to try to, like, race me. And racing me is the way to beat tapeworm. But runner credits and corp credits are not exactly equivalent. So me having 2 credits as the runner, it costs like 3 credits of corp money to negate that money because of I'm breaking ice, res costs are high, etc., etc. So in a lot of the current metas, they're not going to be able to outrace me enough to offset the fact that the tapeworm is just keeping me up with them. I don't know if I articulated it that well, but alright, so let's get a mongoose down. Let's check archives. See if we can get some reses. Let's get some. It's not super helpful. Let's get daily cast down. Let's see what our opponent's got going on. We're gonna go get that Eve next turn. We can't let that just hang out. There's the purge. I've given up on the Baba Yaga Chaz for a more flexible build. So let's run server 1. Let's get rid of that. Accordion Blade, so good. So good. Oh, I can go back to a more reasonable zoom level. Now, this is going to be a little bit expensive, but it's okay to basically cripple my opponent's economy. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Man. Whole bunch of junk. Show me an account, Siphon Deck. Welcome back, Mike. So we are 3-2. This is game 6. We've played against a lot of green, like a whole bunch. We're gonna go get rid of that. Let's draw. Ooh, security testing. And let's get a buck. All right. So let's draw. Let's run archives. Let's key in our dollar. Put that down. Sandberg. Some of that Franz. Okie dokie then. Okay. So let's draw. It's not very helpful. Let's draw once more. That's still not very helpful. Let's run HQ. Let's see if we can get some ice reses to happen. So there's an Ichi. So that's crappy, but it happens. There's only one card, so let's see it. It's Mother Goddess, okay. Then let's put that down, and we can get rid of our extra copy. Actually, we can get rid of special order. We're not special ordering for anything at this juncture. I'd really like to draw a Temujin. That'd be pretty good. Or Kate. Kate would work too. So many things that you want slots for in this deck. It's crazy. I've never had as much of a hard time trying to slot up a deck than I have trying to make her work. Alright, so let's draw once more. Let's gain a money dollar. And let's inside job server 1. Because I'm betting that second card's an agenda, though I could be wrong. Okay, so we will bypass that ice. Sure. Jack out. And discard Aaron. I guess I should be pressuring R&D more. So let's bounce the Sand. Perfect. So let's put that on R&D. Let's gain the extra buck we need. Let's start going to town. Okay, that's kind of crappy. Let's go again. Alright. So let's force some ice reses. Hopefully. Well, that's disappointing. Because now we need to get Fem down. A little late to the party. We just need to build up a little bit. Let our opponent have a little bit of money. So Tapeworm does its thing. Or not. No worries. We're in rough shape. So next turn we're going to get a bunch of money, and hopefully our opponent doesn't just win here, and we can win off of an R&D dig or two. Yep, I think we just lost. No, I bounced the sand, so they can't just win this turn. Sure. Alright, so we're going to start the turn. We're going to pitch passport. Going to run R&D. Hopefully we hit something. Oh, we got a trash. Got a trash. I think that's basically game. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Good game. So we ended up being 3-3. Most of our losses were due to terrible piloting on my part. So I need to make sure I'm playing a little bit more carefully. People who are watching after the fact or people who are watching now, I would love some comments on how to tighten up the piloting. And for our last game, as promised, I am going to do my Professor deck. Keep. Good luck, have fun. Okay, so we're gonna draw. We're gonna draw. We're gonna do boop. We need to get an SMC on the table ASAP so we can get Reaver down. Let's toggle video mode. Let's go to a larger zoom. So let's draw. Let's draw. Let's put that down. Let's put that down. Come on. All right, so let's run archives. Hey, that clot needed to go in the trash anyway. Oh, that's neat. Dedicated neural net. All right, so tech writer. Let's get a clone chip down. Really need to see an SMC sometime soon here to be able to get Reaver down. This is the updated version of my Professor deck. I'll make sure I put the list in the show notes as well. Yay! Reaver, my old friend. All right. So Professor. All right. Let's draw. Let's install SMC. Let's put down Astrolabe and draw another card. Woohoo! Incubator. Now we're getting into the fun parts. So let's get the cash out. So we procced Reaver on our opponent's turn, got cash out, got money on Tech Writer, and we're ready to pawn it to get a draw next turn. Dedicated neural net basically says when I access HQ, we do a side game. If I don't win the side game, the corp chooses what card I access, aka I access a snare. Start building the pressure for the long game. Ooh, that technical writer would have been good to draw first. Gotta stop being it bad. Make sure to draw cards first. Right, how can I still have 4 memory units? I should be at 2 memory units, right? I am at 2 MU, not 4. Satcon's pretty helpful. So now we pawn. Get the mem chip down. And we're going to run that server. So let's match. Let's break. Break. Michael, Scheherazade is 0. Alright. Let's diesel, because I can afford to do so. And let's install Harbinger. doing professor stuff, doing weird garbage. Oh, yay, Cerebral Cast, my favorite. I feel like this is a 1 situation. So I guess we'll take the brain damage. We lose Parasite, we don't care. So let's get rid of Harbinger. Alright, let me zoom out a little bit. Let's install Kate. Start putting some money there. And let's install an SMC. And then let's gain $1. Oh yeah, I guess that's true. Thank you. I didn't, Elizabeth Mills points out that I didn't need to break the second sub on, Upa Yoga. No, Scheherazade does not save you, any MU. Best defense wouldn't work. Wait, didn't I put a Sakon down? Oh, it got killed. We can keep building. Let's draw. We don't need another Astrolabe. We can put MK Ultra in the bin, because what value? Probably Atman can also go in the bin. It's usually better from the bin anyway. Oh, that'll be exciting. All right, so yeah, Progenitor seems good. Let's get Progenitor down. Let's host medium on Progenitor. Let's hit that for 5. Let's put that down. And now let's run R&D. Look at this turn. I don't break the first subroutine. I assume I probably just die here, but we'll find out. This feels like a 0. And we're gonna get triple neural EMP'd and killed. So there's only a shock in there that we really have to worry about. And there's a future perfect in there. Who's a good rebirth target right now? Well, before we do anything too crazy, well, actually, let me do an MU check. I'm at 6 MU. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I actually have less MU. So let's put that down. Let's put that down. Let's draw. Let's hit HQ. So that's a code gate. Yeah. So I'm gonna access the shock. This is so dumb. Okay, at least that cerebral cast didn't land. So let's run R&D. Break both. Actually, that was dumb. All right, I think this is a 1. Oh, I did it. Deep dig. Got the shovel out. Global Food Initiative. A snare. We could die here. Remove tag, draw a card. Have actions. So then we used our last clone ship to get our Harbinger, so we drew a card. All right. Let's do R&D. Let's head west and dig for gold. He's low on money, but this feels like a 2. Okay, I'll just go again. Zero. Okay. I'll do it once more. Well, that's exciting. Gotta love those side games. Okay. So let's go ahead and draw a card. Let's run R&D. One. I don't know what we're doing here. I would like to be able to get in. Gotta love that caprice. Let's take all the bucks. Let's run R&D. Okay, I did it. Get that shit out of here. Future Perfect, another side game. I'm gonna go with 1. There's a snare. Let's go again. We could die here. Hopefully we'll get that agenda. Zero. Good game. Alright, it's the Battle of the Jank. But the Professor Ultra Reg came out on top. I mean, this deck builds an incredibly good board state. Like, without the side games, I would have been just tearing into R&D like it was butter. Like butter. But yeah, I put the Professor deck in the show notes. I strongly recommend you give it a go. It's a ton of fun. You too can depend on Sakon for your very survival. Alright, so thank you everybody for coming out and watching the Leela stream. I only wish I had performed just a little bit better, but thank you just the same. I hope it was enjoyable. I'd like to give a shout out to my patrons at the shout out level: Dan Faria, Chris Perez, and Lori Plant. Please take a look at the link below and consider supporting the channel if you like the work that I do. And until we see you all again, always be running.